What else is happening when you're playing the wrong games? There's a lack of polarity. Now, what does that mean? Men are turned off, repelled by this activity. Polarity. Now, I started telling you about my work, masculine and feminine energy. These are opposites like a magnet, so they attract. They are drawn to each other just naturally. Universal laws. That's why that yin and yang, there's a piece of each on both sides. They swirl together. They yoke off of each other. That is polarity. That is attraction. When you get two of the same, too masculine or too feminine, not talking about gender and sex, understand that. The energy in all of us, man, woman, and whatever else you want to consider yourself. When there's a lack of polarity, there is no attraction. If he doesn't see what he wants, remember, he's hard-edged, he's straightforward. So again, you're leading with your education, you're leading with your accomplishments, you're leading with all the things that he has. There's no polarity in that. There's no attraction in that. There's no mystery in that. Those are all the things that he's used to. So with that lack of polarity, how do you show up, right, ladies? I want to give you like what's at the source of it. The inability to relax and trust his lead. With a disclaimer, I know, ladies, just because he's a man, just because he's a male, just because he's got a penis, does not mean he's qualified to be a leader. I cannot step over these principles, and I can't pack every single one of them into every single video. But you must understand, after you vet him as a qualified, he's a real man, he's a masculine man, and he aligns with what it is that you want. Relaxing, letting go of control, submission, to go along and trust his lead. That is polarity. If you've got your hand on the wheel, if you're driving in your masculine, if you've got a plan, if you've got all the answers, if you know how to figure it out, if you're going to take charge. And here's the thing, ladies, especially if you're tuned into my work, then you understand these conversations, when your masculine is running it, there's a time and a place for everything. If you're at work, if you're building your empire, you're an entrepreneur, you've got a career, whatever that case is, there are going to be times. If you're a single parent, or if you're parenting and he's away and you've got to hold down the house, there are going to be times where it's appropriate for you to be in your masculine. When it comes to your masculine man, you want to drop that. You want to relax and trust. Just give up and trust. It may get fucked up. Here's the secret. That's the pressure a leader takes on. You put that pressure down, let him take that shit. You're already on the way to being in your femininity. You're already on the way to creating the polarity and attraction. What are some other ways that it shows up? Communication, behaviors. Your energy is too much alike. Now, this can show up in a multitude of ways. One, like I said, lack of polarity can be repelling, but maybe you just end up boys. Maybe you just end up kicking it like roommates. Maybe you're clowning, roasting, throwing jokes back and forth. Well, at the same time, ladies, does that get you wet, moist, juicy, ready for some sensuality, ready to be devoured, you know? That doesn't kick that up. It's fun, it's playful, it's a good mood, a good vibe even, but it can still doesn't really turn you on, doesn't really get the fire, the chemistry, everything that you look for and is critical as a core element of relationships. So communication, the way that you talk, this, for the generation that's out right now, I don't truly understand it. I'm not going to judge, but I will never understand the dynamic where man and woman are calling each other bro. Bro, what you doing? Bro, she calling him bro, he calling her bro. That's what I'm talking about, the buddy. And this is just my own personal. This has nothing to do with what I'm actually talking about. Make sure the man that you're interested in, how he feels about that. It is still going to kill the polarity. He can't treat you like his homie. I mean, tomboy in a way if you're attractive like that. But still, the energy behind it, if you want to be pampered, if you want to be treated like a queen, if you want your soft life, if you want all of his masculine burliness and bigness to come out and be big and bad and protect you and be strong and all those things, if you're like his boys, he's likely to operate like you're his boys. And he's likely, no judgment, not trying to fuck his boys, not trying to turn them on, not trying to seduce and romance. And none of that stuff is in the mix. So when I say your communication, when I say your behaviors, your tone, your language, your words, your approach, being direct and indirect, all of these things are ways of masculine energy. And when you bring that to the table, your energy is too much alike, kills the polarity. You make him feel that he's not needed, that he's not seen, that he's not appreciated. You take for granted even that you wake up and the trash is always out on Tuesday morning, Friday morning. You take for granted that the car's got a fresh sign and wax and polish vacuumed out. You take for granted the order he keeps in the house. You take for granted the way he follows behind to make sure the kids are following your word and respecting, because as women, as the feminine partner, you're typically not going to want to do the hard. If he's not needed, if he's not seen, if he's not appreciated, why is he here? I said it earlier, masculine energy wants to be useful, wants to provide, protect, cherish, needs to be of use, utility. Villages, societies, civilizations, all of it is built off of masculinity, right? And so if the masculine's not valued, if he's not noticed, if you have nothing but complaints, you don't acknowledge him, you don't leave him feeling seen, right? Maybe he doesn't make the most. Maybe you don't need the money. Maybe you don't need the things that he shows up as. Or in today's modern times, you can honestly just pick up a phone. You can honestly just pull out an app. You can honestly pay and get whatever service is outsourced. That still does not mean that the value is not there. And when you can let him know that you see him, that you appreciate him, that you need him, not like you breathe, let go of the ego, let go of the identity. Don't worry about him being too big-headed about it. Men have to pick up the game. Not just learn game, not get good at game, but really understand what the fuck is going on, because somebody's got to lead it. The thing about that is, men learn the things that they don't necessarily like or give a fuck about, they know that you like. See, that hunter mentality is still there. If you can have what the prey wants, that's your bait. That's your lure. Do it. You don't give a fuck about flowers, chocolates, teddy bears, and shit on Valentine's, but you do. So he does it for you, taking the interest, doing the things that you want and need. Guys, flip over to the men's channel after this so you can get the 411 on what the ladies want. But understand that the same thing applies to you. So again, while in your life experience, you don't need these things. You may not have, well, hopefully you appreciate it, but maybe you didn't appreciate it so much, but it's just the saying it, just putting it out there. And I'm going to prelude to some of the secrets later I'm going to talk about, but that's the ways of feminine influence, indirect communication, the softness. It's not what feminine is capable of. Grown, mature, feminine energy knows that she can do it. Immature feels that she can't do it. She's incapable. And I say she just speaking to the essence of the energy, right? So you think young little girl, I can't do it. The world's too big. It's too hard. It's scary. She grows up a little bit. Anything you can do, I can do. She can do it. She knows she can. But now she's got something to prove. Now she's showing up and out of her energy. She's doing and all this action and not in touch with her body. She's not connected to intuition and spirit. Why? It's out of sorts. Mature, grown, feminine energy. Oh, I can do it, but I would much rather you do it. I would much rather, big, strong man. Yeah, go ahead and get those boxes for me. Go ahead and lift it. Go ahead and wash that car. Take out that. Ooh. Get me hot doing all this. Y'all know what y'all be doing. Come on. It's the same thing. But when you're gassing him up like that, oh yeah, he wants to do it. He wants to do it again and again and again. Like you set that programming and training, just like my man Joel over here got the dog bringing the slippers. You can train them just the same. I tell everybody that. You're training everybody how to treat you, how to behave with you, how to respect your boundaries. He's training you, you're training him. This is relationships, people. So don't take offense to it. And when you do the right kind of training, you get the right kind of behavior.